Yo, Monday Hangout, random Monday Hangout live. Feeling a bit flat. Need some motivation to get stuff done. Oh, hold on. Oh, that was Kayla speaking on the call. Yeah, need some motivation to get some things done. I'm not sure whether you guys are going to get notification that this is live. I've done no plan about it. I've just had. Let me see whether this live is actually active. Actually, hold on. If anyone's in here, let me know so I'm not speaking to myself. Let's see what happens here when I go on that. It says live. I'll wait for someone to join, hopefully. I've just had someone, it says someone's joined anyway, but I've just had Shell Resells message me to say I'm actually sat in bed feeling the pain from the reseller party we had at the weekend, which was good. It was good to catch up with people. There was so I'm just closing down a few screens here, making life easier. There was, I think, about 16 to 18 of us, maybe 20 of us in a house, in an Airbnb in Bedford. And we had some drinks, we had some fun, loads of good food. Thank you to Michelle, Benji, Jess and Callum as well for helping host that event. Really good, playing beer pong until around 1:30 in the morning. Not good. I'm past all of this drinking to that extent, but it was great. It was really good fun. Met some new faces, caught up with some old faces. And I think from speaking to a few people today, they're really, really struggling to get back on it. And I felt that this morning. So let me turn this on silent. So yeah, I woke up this morning. Let's talk about Sunday. Drove home on Sunday, and I felt rough as anything. I see Crystal afternoon, everyone. I see Crystal's in the chat. Crystal's a legend, yeah, but her husband Roger is more of a legend. Such a funny guy. But I woke up on Sunday morning, I felt rough as anything. Drove back home, got home, had a nap, went out for dinner last night. So got an early night, and I thought today's going to be the day. I'm going to get back onto eBay and smash it. Like, let's get up, let's do everything. So I woke up, done the packaging, and then saw this email. And if you haven't seen my latest video, go and watch it now or after with regards to this. I've been a victim of identity fraud. And I saw this email from this company saying I've tried to open up a loan. And it just threw me off. And I was just chatting to Luke actually just before. And I've said to him, like, today's just felt like an absolute nightmare day. So I thought I'll come on a live, have a chat with you guys, and then hopefully find a bit of motivation to actually go and do some more eBay work. But eBay's been good. Sales have been good. Vintage sales have been good. I had a return on eBay, which hurt, a £225 suit. Coming back for does not fit. And unfortunately, with suits and with clothing, you are going to get the does not fit returns, and that's okay. So that's coming back. That'll resell. But yeah, just struggling for motivation today. I think this whole thing has just completely thrown me off. And I've been thinking about it all weekend. And then this morning, getting an email just thrown me off. So after this live, I'm going to go and do some photos. I'm going to go and do some listing. And I'm going to try and enjoy my evening and not stress about it. But I said I thought I'd come on live and just hang out and find out what people are up to. Let me know how things have been for everyone. It's December. It's the 9th of December. We're getting close to Christmas now. What are your plans for the store over Christmas? Are you going to continue as normal? Are you going to shut things down? Are you going to take a break? Are you not going to take a break? I don't think there's a right or wrong answer. Some people will just treat it as business like usual. That's what I normally do. Some people turn their store onto full holiday mode and they don't want any interruptions to enjoy the time. Great as well. So yeah, let me know what your plans are. Also, I see Lucy's in. Hey, Lucy. Let me know if you are still going to car boot sales. Are car boot sales still happening where you are? Because my Saturday one has finished now. So I could still go to car boot sales, but they're not going to be as big. They're not going to be as good. So I'm in two minds. Part of me is like, go to the car boot sale still. Other part is like, don't, and use this time to actually find other ways to source. So yeah. Morning after the morning after, it's just as bad. I know. I feel really old saying it, but the hangovers are definitely getting worse for sure. But as I said, really good night. Really, really, really good night. And I'm one of them when it's these like parties and events and meetups, and people know this about me. I'm very much a case of like, I don't know whether I'm going to go. I don't know whether I should go. I don't know whether I can be bothered to go. I don't know what it's going to be like. It's all that anxiety thing. And then once I'm there, I love it. And I turned up and I said to people, I don't know if I'm going to stay. So I might just stick to the soft drinks and I might just have a few soft drinks and then drive home. I think it was Shell. Shell was making some cocktails when we first arrived, and it was this sour amaretto thing. No offense, Shell. People liked it. Horrible. I don't like that sour stuff. So I had a sip and I was like, well, I don't know about this. And then there was a shot that I've never had before, a baby Guinness. And I had one of them and I was like, right, I'm staying now. So I'm easily influenced when it comes to that. But yeah, it was good. It was a really good weekend. And as I said, I had this whole thing on my mind from last week and from Friday, and I didn't want to speak to anyone about it because I didn't want to like bring it down on the night itself. But it was really cool. Ready Steady Retro. Just finished watching your last video. So sorry that has happened. I hope it's sorted soon. The thing with it, and I spoke about this on the video, it's very hard to know when it will be sorted, if it's ever going to get sorted, what information I have, etc. That is the worst thing when it comes to it. And again, I was chatting to Luke, I said before, I said, I'm always the person, yeah. So to put it into context, Leanne will get an email from Amazon, okay, and she will say, oh, they've asked me to log into my account via this email to confirm my identity. And I will say to her, no, give me your phone. I check the email address and I'm like, look, it's not Amazon. Like, you've got to be careful because you can start giving away. So I'm one of them who always says to people, like, how can you fall for that kind of thing? And Friday was just weird because I was so busy on Friday. And I just wanted to get it sorted. So I was like, yeah, here's the number. And the moment I clicked send and it had the blue ticks on WhatsApp, I knew it. And the person now has changed their WhatsApp profile completely. And there's the WhatsApp profile. So now it's just a random number and that. But the first message sounded really convincing because I knew everything I'd spoke to Starling Bank about, which is part of the scam, I guess, because they expect that when people receive it through the post, they're going to ring the bank account bank straight away. So, hey, look, I hope the video can help someone else. And I don't know when this is going to end for me. It might be for the next couple of months. I'm going to have things turning up. I'm going to have loans attempted to be out. It could be a nightmare, but what can we do? It's happened now. Lucy saying the weather also doesn't help with motivation. Yeah, I don't know. The weather doesn't really affect me that much when it comes to the motivation. It's things that affect me. Like I said about with this whole thing, it just really makes me feel like I can't be bothered. But I need to switch that. And after this live, hopefully, I'm going to switch it up and actually get my listings done today. Go and take some photos. Go and do some other stuff as well. So, yeah, weather doesn't really play a part for me personally. I know it does for some people. No car boots near us in Newbury as far as I know. Maybe Bracknell. The Bracknell one's finished, but it's too much effort to get to. Yeah, the Bracknell Saturday one has finished. They finished that last weekend because I think it got rained off twice in a row. Hey Ian, hope you're good. Afternoon. Sorry to hear about the identity fraud. Sounds stressful. It is, and yeah, it's just taken up my whole day today, Ian. It really has, and I've just been trying to work out what to do. I think that's the hardest thing because if you Google identity fraud, there's so much different advice from different people. I've signed up to a paid version of Experian. It's saying my credit score is still 980 out of 999. Always had a really good credit score. Plan to keep it that way. And all of these applications they've made for these loans are all classed as what they call soft applications. So they're saying it doesn't affect your score. But if a couple of these go through, that's when I'm going to start to really worry, because I don't know, say for instance, they managed to get a loan in my name for 20 grand. Am I going to be responsible for that? There must be things that stop it. But I've heard of people where it takes, months and months and months to that come off your credit score. Yeah, it's just a worry, man. But thank you. Lee, hope you're good, mate. Good to see you in. You have to laugh, you cry. What's your mother's maiden name? Yeah, the thing is, my friend said to me, how have they got all this information from you? What do you think it is? Yeah, but as I said in the video, with eBay now as a business seller, you have to put your full address, you have to put your email address, so and your name, your full name. So they've got all that information. They could have got it from there. When it comes to date of birth, most people, if I logged on to Facebook and I searched up Yuli, for a lot of people, if I click on the about section, I can find your date of birth out for a lot of people. And it's what, so look, I'm guessworking here, because unfortunately, if I message, and I have been messaging this fraudster, by the way, the scammer, I can't repeat some of the messages I said, but if I message him and said, how have you got this information? They're not going to tell you. I think luckily for me, because I called the bank account straight away and reported it, I feel that he can't really get much from me, is how I'm feeling. I might be wrong. Find out. But I feel a lot of people would have just assumed that WhatsApp is the bank, sent the details like I did, and just moved on with their day. Because the last message after I sent the details to the person was along the lines of, thank you for your confirmation, Mr. Bolden. I can confirm your card termination and you'll receive a letter in the post confirming this. Well, actually, they put in the post confirmation this, and this is where I felt like, what have I done here? We apologize for any inconvenience, and I can assure you no record or searches will be on your credit report, because I'd mentioned that was my worry. In regards to your account, you will get a call from the fraud department within 6 to 8 hours confirming closure. But I'd already spoke to the bank about this, and then it clicked. It clicked. And yeah, the guy today was saying, you won't be seeing me. I'm in Hawaii. I won't repeat what he said after that. Yeah, I'm going fishing now. Don't be so stupid next time, idiot. And part of me was like, yeah, you're spot on. That's how I feel. I feel like an idiot. Sorry to hear, James, these scammers are getting so good. They are. And will I be the only one to do it? No, but I hope, as I say, I hope the video will help everyone. Forget resellers, but anyone who sees the video, just think twice, because I always tell people, just think twice. If it's too good to be true, it probably is. Why would a bank account be WhatsApping their customers? Like, it wouldn't happen. But I'm still shocked that Starling's allowed a bank account to be opened without any identification. So I think that says a lot about them as a bank account. They haven't been that helpful. I keep getting told that the fraud department are looking at it. I've said to them, can I confirm the account's closed? And they couldn't give me that information. So they keep using due to data protection. But anyway, we got 23 orders to get out this week. Not urgent to get out, but going to tackle that tomorrow. Yeah, I'm still doing the... hold on, just read that thing. Okay. I'm still doing the same day dispatch. I know Simon, Gentleman Marketeer, has been tinkering with 1 day or 2 day dispatch. And he said that he hasn't noticed much different at the moment. So I don't know whether to switch it to give myself a bit more time with shipping items. But at the moment, I'm still doing same day. 23 is good, though, if that's from over the weekend. Reseller Kid, hello. Hope you're good. Rich is in. Hi, from a van in Worthing, delivering pallets of stuff. Good to hear from you, Rich, mate. Hopefully catch up with you soon. It's always good when I see Rich down the car boot. Top guy. Lou's saying, I only downloaded WhatsApp recently this year to send stuff to mum, as a couple of years ago my WhatsApp was hacked. So I'm very curious with the number on WhatsApp. Yeah, and little things in hindsight, yeah, when it was a picture of Starling Bank, and looking back now, it's like, why did I not realize that? Because they had, where it says available now, by the way, they had like the address of the bank account, and the WhatsApp was created, I think, a month before they had WhatsApp. Anyway, a lot of things now I look back on add up, but just be super careful because this is one of the scams going around at the moment. From Googling, I'm not the first person this has happened to a lot of people, but it's just one of the scams. Just be super careful. Chances are it was Starling that sent you automated message to the scammer's number after you rang them. They then know it's time to call the victim. Well, you would hope not, but who knows? Who knows? I was super careful because on the cards downstairs. Yeah, this is the envelope it came in. So it's all from Starling. On the back of the card, there's a number, and I made sure not to ring that number. I made sure to Google Starling's number. So just be careful. If this happens to you and you see a number on the back of the card, don't ring that number. Go on to Google to read the proper number just in case, because that might be something else they do as well. But yeah, who knows? A few people have reached out and said to me, could this all be from the whole Vinted debacle? I don't know. I mean, how much information can they get from your NI number? That's another question. But again, I was one of the foolish people to jump when Vinted Pro came out and put in my NI number. It doesn't show now, but for a while it showed. Has it come from that? Has it come from YouTube? Is it someone who is a troll who actually wants to make shit hard and make life harder for me? We don't know. It's all guesswork. You're never going to find out who this person is. That's the truth of the matter. They might be watching now, they might be laughing, and good luck to you if you are, but you're never going to find out. Lisa says, does anyone know parcel shops are taking Yodel parcels as Vinted let a Yodel one go through? I'm not sure. I don't use Yodel. I've heard people are struggling with Yodel. I've heard people have managed to still drop off Yodel parcels. And Yodel are saying that anything in the system is going to be delivered. It's going to take more time. Personally, I wouldn't risk it myself. That's just me. Everyone can do what they want to do. If I was a Yodel user, I'd be switching courier straight away because I think things are going to get worse and things are going to get lost, personally. Just listen to your video while I was late posting out my parcels. Too easily done, man. It is too easily done. And that's been the biggest message I've had from people to say, don't beat yourself up. It's happened to me before. It's happened to a family. It's happened to a friend. It's more common, and it is all more common than you think. But I think because I pride myself, especially in like our house, I pride myself on being the one to always say to Leanne, don't be so stupid. Don't open that emails. Don't click this link. And I feel to myself like, why have you not took your own advice? And I can picture it now. I was in the charity shop on Friday digging through clothes, and I was like, I just want this off my back. And that's how I felt. And in hindsight, I should have come home and I should have sat down with a cup of tea and said, let me just call Starling and make sure this is them. But I didn't, and it's just foolish. That's what it comes down to. Don't beat yourself up, mate. It could happen to anyone. It could, Rich. It's just the stress involved, man. Like, this time of year as well, I said on the video, this time of year, I think they target people a lot more because of that whole thing where everyone is busy, everyone is doing stuff. I mean, even the other week, there's loads of this going around yet. I had a Facebook message from Leanne's cousin. And Leanne's cousin and me, we never Facebook message. We literally catch up at family events and that's it. He's a good guy. I won't show you his profile, but a WhatsApp message there, I've not even accepted, as you can see. Okay. And it said, Facebook message, sorry. Hi, mate. You all good? Sorry it's late. Is there any chance I'll be able to borrow £50 until tomorrow at 3 and send it back to you, mate? Just need to pay for something off my card if Playmate and then correct it if possible, mate. A few things, okay. I know Leanne's cousin would never reach out to me to ask to borrow money before he'd even reached out to Leanne, for an example. But the profile picture's him. It says 8 mutual friends. So they've obviously befriended. I don't know how it all works. I don't get it. But for some people, if that was a closer friend or a closer family member to me, I might have replied back saying, yeah, sure, send me your bank details. Let me send you the money. Like, it's so, I don't know how to describe it. It feels so common, but it also feels so simple. But when I looked at that, as I said, I've not even clicked accept. I've not even replied because straight away I went, that's a scam. Like I knew straight away. So yeah, there's lots of it going around. So just be super careful. And I think especially this time of year. Made me want to delete WhatsApp, Telegram, etc. Don't need them really and full of random groups. Yeah, but remember, this didn't start on WhatsApp. WhatsApp was their way of getting in. And this is how I think the scam works, okay? So if I was the scammer, I would open an account, Tommy, in your name. You'd receive a bank account. So I believe this account was probably opened around the end of November, start December. So you receive a bank card in a couple of days. Now, your initial reaction for anyone who receives a bank card in your name for an account you haven't opened, what do? You ring up the company. And then most people will say to the company it's fraud. So they've waited a couple of days after the bank accounts arrived to then WhatsApp me to basically confirm if I want the card to be cancelled, which naturally at that point you've rung up and you want it cancelled. So I assumed it was them. And then I guess the scam is this. So you give all the details they asked for, including, like I said in the video, I gave them the last 3 numbers on the back of the card. What an idiot to do that. And then the message comes back saying, hi, Mr. Balding, just to confirm this account is now closed effectively. Yeah. Most people then will move on. They will say, great, that's one thing off my plate. Let me move on. Compared to ringing back up the bank and saying, I think I've been scammed here. This is why. Most people move on with a day. Now, my guess is he now has all the information to activate that card on the system. Okay. If I didn't recall back the bank to make sure that they're aware of this, the scammer activates the card. It might have like a credit limit on the card of like £5,000 because I've not put no money into this account. It might have, say, £5,000. They can go and spend £5,000 and you don't know about this until a month or two's time when Starling are on the phone to you saying you're £5,000 in debt, you haven't paid. And then it might be too late. So I think that's how it works. I don't know how it works. If you go online, there's lots of other people talking about this as well. So yeah, don't let it put you off like WhatsApp and Telegram and stuff. There is scammers everywhere. That's the truth. The scammers on Vinted at the end of the day. This live stream isn't sponsored by Yodel then. Absolutely not. Even if Yodel wanted to be a sponsor of mine, I couldn't do it because I don't use them. I think they are terrible. I know, controversial. I've never had problems with Every like I've had with Yodel and also Raw Mail as well. But if you're listening, I'm happy to accept you as a sponsor. I don't know why sponsorship made me think about this. I was speaking to Luke again. You might have noticed, or you might not. You might not care. Bowl Clobber has not been on for a few weeks. Reason is Luke has so much going on at the moment. We're planning for the wedding. His wedding is 11 days away. So much going on. So we might do a episode before the new year. If not, we're going to come back in the new year. So it's not Bowl Clubbers over. We're not doing it anymore. There's just so much going on for us both at the moment. Oh, I got excited there because I've got an offer coming on a Carhartt jacket. A Carhartt jacket. 65 quid. I will accept that. I accept an offer of £63 earlier on this jacket, but eBay is rolling out the whole thing that if you accept an offer, some items it still remains live, and that's one of these items there. So let's see if this person pays. Not as bad as Marty. A few weeks back, she was told she won a free washing machine and gave them everything. Yeah. It's horrible, isn't it? It gets to the point now where if someone calls you up, you kind of want to say to them, give me your number. Let me check it first and let me call you back. I've seen videos, Tommy, on TikTok, where like the National Lottery will call people and say, have you checked your National Lottery account because you've become a millionaire, So you can do it online or something anyway. And people then will say, like, piss off, I don't believe you. And the lottery people now say, hang up the phone, check your online account, and then call us back on the number. Because they know that people now do not believe it. If someone called me up today to say you've won the million lottery, first of all, I don't do the lottery, so I know it's a lie. But if I did, some people will be so excited with doing it, they'll say, right, we just need all these details to send you the money. And people are like, yeah, here's all my, like, so yeah, you've got to be so careful. But when you're busy and when you're doing stuff, the last thing you think about is double checking. Munkle, very intelligent. We had a phone call from police and saying that, yeah, that's a common one. Son is in custody and needs to pay a lot of money, and he did. Yep, very common one. I've had the whole thing about, hi, it's your mum here. I've lost my bank card. Could you pay this for it? It's like, no. Like, oh, I've got a new phone number. I've lost my, like, there's so many scams out there. We can talk about them forever. There's so many out there. It's just, I have been a fool on this one. That's what it comes down to. Other scam going around is that people can hack number and pretend you've got number and pretend to be them and ask for money. Yep, saying they're in trouble. Similar to the one I just showed you on Facebook there. Sounds similar to my mum with a Tesco price draw, Tommy. They got her for 4K. Yeah. That's the thing that I'm really worried about at the moment. And I haven't yet, but I'm thinking, should I call Santander and tell them about this and just make them aware? I don't think this person can get access to my accounts. As I said, clone my bank card. I don't think it's that, but I'm in two minds whether to call them. I didn't share this on the video as much, but if I tell you now, in the last 2 weeks or so, there's been about 35 attempts to open loans in my name. Now, as I said in the video, I don't know whether it's a case of they've used like a compare guide, and then what your credit score does, it makes these things called like soft attempts, which doesn't affect your credit score, but it shows on the credit score that attempts been made. Today, I even felt about, do I need to now call every one of these companies and tell them it wasn't me? When does it stop? When does it end? How much time do I spend trying to protect myself? The good thing about Experian is I've now got a setting on there where if an attempt is made, the companies get an alert to say it's extra protection. So basically, they'll need to then contact me to confirm stuff. Yeah, but explain this to me. How can you open up a bank account without ID? Am I living in the past here? Like, surely if I was going to Starling now, I would have to provide a passport or a driving license to prove it's me to open the account, but clearly not. So yeah. Oh, here he is, chatting to Luke early, and he was trying to reassure me. I generally think you've acted too quick for them to do anything. Hoping you get this off your head ASAP. Last thing you need, mate. Yeah, it is, but yeah, as I said, mate, on Friday it was on my head because I thought, like, I've done something stupid. Over the weekend it was playing on my mind, and then this morning was the final straw, really, reading that email. When it's not just a bank account, but it's an attempt at a loan. And I'm going to share all this information, by the way, because I feel it's important for anyone else in this situation just to be on the lookout, just to be aware. Check your emails. I'll give you an idea. My Yahoo Mail, I have 221,925 unread emails because they get so much junk, okay? So luckily I scrolled through and saw this today. And the company they tried to open the loan up with is Admiral Money. And I had an email from the finance crime team from Admiral Money basically saying they've had an application on the 4th of December. So when's that? Last week. We are looking to obtain further information from you in order to establish whether you're aware of this. As such, please contact us to discuss the matter on the email address above as soon as possible. So I've emailed them back and waiting for them to come back. And they basically mentioned the CIFAS that I mentioned earlier in the video. Yeah, so they're doing stuff on my behalf, and this is from the financial team at Admiral Money. So just check your emails, check what comes through the door as well if you feel you are a victim. And I encourage everyone to do something that I've always said, it will never happen to me, there's no point. Go and check your credit score and just have a look like I've looked at in the last month or two. Has anyone been trying to apply for loans, apply for cards? It tells you all that information, tells you where, when, etc. So go and have a look. Let me have a look here. Thank you, mate. Damn, sounds like it's how it works. Hope you're able to get this sorted. I mean, the good thing is, luckily for me, like Luke said there, I've acted quite quickly. I've not financially lost any money. I'm just losing time and it's stressful. So I'm lucky at the moment because people in worse situations than me, like Ready Steady Retro was saying earlier, with regards to they get you for 4K. Like, I couldn't imagine that. Someone messaged me earlier as well. They might have actually put it on the YouTube video. I think they got done for 100K. They managed to get it back, but it took them 8 months. Like, wow. So yeah, just be super careful out there. But as I said, I'm doing this in hope it will help someone else because yeah, it can happen to another. And I know it's not reselling related, and I get that. And that's what I said on my video. It's not a reselling video. But if it can protect one other reseller, then happy days. We all need to focus on work up until Christmas and a little break and come back in the new year. Yeah, I think my plan is Christmas Day and Boxing Day, I'm going to switch off completely. Christmas Eve, I'll probably work up until lunchtime. And then between Boxing Day, after Boxing Day and New Year's, I'll work. New Year's Eve, I'm off. So, yeah, I think it's important to have a little bit of a rest. I know, I was speaking to Luke earlier, and he was saying that he's feeling like the build up to the wedding, he needs a little bit of a break. And I completely agree he should, because planning a wedding is stressful. Believe me, we spoke about it the weekend. It is stressful. It's not just a case of here's the address, see you there. There's so much you need to think about. Tommy, thanks Luke for the Galvin Green Cell Cinema draft, mate. Yeah, draft off Luke's. Luke always feels in everything you need for the Galvin Greens. But stop buying Galvin Green because it's a terrible brand. Leave it to me. Green Giant. That's a new name. Afternoon. New name. Are you a new subscriber to the channel, Green Giant? I don't recognize you, but thank you for coming in. They're even cloning people's voices now. I know. When I called up, I'm not going to mention all these company names. When I called up someone earlier about all of this, they actually said like you need to do a voice for security reasons. So there's no more anymore like type in a passcode or give us a code. It's like voice recognition. So they're like, if you call back, we can recognize your voice. It's getting mad, all this AI stuff. But people are cloning. Let me sip my coffee. The coffee pod's arrived anyway, which is good. Word to me was I signed up for a work agency years ago, even after closing my account, requesting all my info to be removed, etc. They continue to sell my data. Yeah, companies sell data all the time. Again, that's never stressed me out as much because you just get like cold calls. I mean, I get a cold call all the time asking me, I think it's Mrs. Tracy Newman. And I don't know if it's a link to this number, but I've had this number for years. So I'm just like, no, not Mr. Newman either. Delete this. So yeah, data is always getting sold. Let me have a look here. Yes, James, call your regular banks too. Yeah, I think I'm going to. It's kind of one of the things where I'm like, how much action do I take and how little action do I take? Because if I took all the action on all 35 of these, that could take me like 2 weeks. So I don't know. Hanley's in. Starling require live video to open an account as well. So they could have used one of your YouTube videos. Wow. That is very interesting information. Because now, Desiree from the group, she sent me a video once of her talking. It was her voice, her talking, moving. And she messaged me and said, that's not me, that's all AI. So she had typed what she was going to say. It was so weird. And I was like, nah, that's freaked me out. So yeah, if Starling require a live video, it could have been all AI generated. It's mad though. So yeah, I've asked Starling to call me back. I'm a little bit pissed off, I don't mind saying, because I called him on Wednesday. It's now Monday, and the fraud department have still not called me back. For me, if it was another bank, yeah, they would have been on it like that. I feel like it's just like, oh, another day for Starling Bank. So when they do call me back, I'm going to like push more on this and find out exactly how this is allowed to happen. You know, can I go on today and open an account in, as I say, can I go and open an account in Tommy's name today? It shouldn't be that easy for a bank account, I believe, but Or maybe they have documentation, hopefully not, mate. Well, I've got the card. That's the one thing here. I've got the card. The card was delivered to my address, but who knows what they've got? That's the worrying thing. Who knows what they've got? You know, I could message this guy now on WhatsApp and say, I will send you £1,000 if you told me how you've done this and what you have on me. But who knows? He could be lying. So, yeah, that's the other thing. It's the not knowing that frustrates me the most. If someone scams you in person, I don't know. Here's one for you. Yeah. Say, for instance, someone messaged you on Instagram and said, I've got a bundle I want to sell to you. It's this amount. You send the money. Or, you know, on Facebook, you buy something and they said, oh, I'll have to ship it to you. Can you send me the money? Friends and family pay back. You know about the scam. Like, you know, all the person's got is the money you've sent. But right now, I just do not know what this person's got and how. That's the other thing. How have they got this information? If they said to me, oh, I got this all from your YouTube channel, or I got this all from your eBay store, your Facebook page, or you left a letter in the bin, and how do you, like, you know, you just question yourself constantly. My mum got done. Someone said something up with the roof. I told her to get rid of them. I went back to work and heard them on ladders. When I would check with mum, and she's give them 50. Yeah. Yeah, again, common thing. Someone knocks on your roof, said, oh, I've got to do your guttering. Next thing you know, they go up on the ladders and you've got 20 roof tiles that need replacing, that they've unlodged. There's so many. I used to watch that program on BBC One called Rogue Traders. And I used to love watching that because that made me really aware of these scams and how sensible to be. Yeah, that's what frustrates me more as well, that I've let it happen. Like, for a pride point of view, like, that really frustrated me. Good to see you, mate. Thank you for watching. Yeah, everyone says easily done, and it really is, but it doesn't, like, not in a nasty way, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't help in the sense of, like, it's easily done. It doesn't make you feel any better when it's you. It's shit. I'm not a victim of this, but really appreciate you sharing it, man. Sort of a kick up the arse to make sure my data and info are protected. Yeah, especially being on YouTube. That's how I felt, Tommy. It's a case of we put out so much stuff, and Leanne always says silly things like, don't show your registration number. Don't show our house door. And I always just say, like, well, anyone could find out a registration number. You can walk down the road and see, like, it just makes you think about how protected you can be. But I also feel you can go too far where you literally don't do anything. You just sit in in bubble wrap because bubble wrap. Yeah, I don't know. It got me thinking. And like with the parcel drop as well, I always said it from the start, I'm just going to share what's on my mind. And I was dealing with all this. I was like, right, I need to drop off the parcels and just grab the camera and stuff, because like, it's important for other people to maybe think about this. I don't like eBay displaying our full name and address on listings. People can take this and piece together other information, so email, phone number, bank. That's the thing, Andy. And for a while now, I've been speaking about getting a PO box, because then you can have the PO box listed on the business. Yeah. But what always puts me off is the money side of that. But I also think to myself, like, protect yourself, because I've spoken about this before in the sense of my love for true crime is amazing. I love it. But it's also the most worrying thing, yeah, because I listen to so much shit about people who get revenge and find out where people live and do stuff. How many times have you had a customer email you on eBay wanting to open up a return or give me the full refund, and you've said, no, you need to return it, and they've got all your details? And 99.9% of people, I know this from watching all these videos, yeah, will threaten to do something and never do it. But there is that 0.0001% of person out there who will come and put a brick through your window. And it just worries me that with eBay displaying all that information, it doesn't happen in other countries. It doesn't happen in the US. But in the UK, we have to display all the information. It's worrying. So, yeah, I'm with you on that. I've said that since day one with it. John, I hope you don't mind me sharing. I know you put it on the video, so I'm sure you don't. Yeah, James, it's me who got done for 100K. Stressful to say the least, but my advice is be relentless and nightmare. Chase everything up. Ultimately, the ombudsman will have your back. Thank you, John. Thank you for sharing. I'm so sorry that's happened to you. As I said, I've not been done out of any money at this stage. touch wood, I caught it quick enough when nothing's going to happen. But with this guy having information, where can they go? Where does it stop? That's the other worry. So yeah, John, glad you got it sorted, mate. I said I'm sorry it happened to you, but again, thank you for sharing, because reading that from you also made me feel like actually I'm luckier than how I felt this morning, because that if I lost 100 grand, I haven't got 100 grand, I don't mind saying, but if I did and 100 grand went, I would be finished, John, to be honest with you. So yeah, thank you. And I'm glad you sorted out. Cheers, Frankie, mate. Good to see you. I'm enjoying your videos as well. Keep them coming. Very transparent in your videos. So yeah, really enjoy it. Thank you for joining the live. I don't go live as much as I used to. This wasn't a planned live either. I just thought, like, you know what, after today, I just need to like come on and chat to like-minded, familiar faces. And yeah, you guys are helping pick me up so I can actually do a bit of eBay work in a bit. Changed my name a while back. It was just Katie before. I commented on your earlier video too. I don't think I've seen all the comments, but I will get to that. I think my name comes up as week 3. I've been sub for about a year. Well, Green Giant, week 3, Katie, all the above. Thank you. Thank you for being a subscriber. It's been a bit of a rocky journey with this channel, but yeah, I appreciate the support. I will reply to everyone's comments later on when I get to them for sure. That was it. John, you said that. Tide, who the scam initiated from offered 25% off the loss. I went to Onston and they were told to pay it all back. Yeah, it's the time involved and the stress, John. I also want to, if you don't mind saying, John, do you know roughly how many hours of your life it took up? Because it's that as well. It's the time. It's okay to be like, just do this, just do that. It's the time involved. And when you're trying to do many other things, it's difficult. Does anyone know what size box you need for trainers? Might get some boxes with my £10 packing voucher. The one thing I will say about the eBay packaging, I've mentioned this before, and I got some kickoff share. Now, these ones aren't big enough for trainers, but they have improved the quality of the boxes. They feel like they're just thicker. I don't know whether they're using better cardboard now. But I used to get really annoyed at the eBay packaging. To answer your question, let me have a look and see if I can share it, because I did get some boxes from eBay that are pretty good. Someone might have already answered your question. Someone got up with a chat, but let me see if I can look at my purchases and see if I can show you what I would order. Don't quote me on this. Make sure you measure it. But if I share this in, where's my screen gone? eBay shop. I believe. Make sure you measure it. I think it's these ones here. These. It might be these ones actually. I think I've got before. They say it's for a hat, but I think I put shoes in there before. I'll be honest with you. I put my shoes in a poly bag. I don't send many shoes. But yeah, I stick them in a poly bag, and I've had no complaints personally. But I think it's these ones, the 27.5. But yeah, just measure them and make sure and see. But I'm sure it was this one I got before. And they'll do perfect for shoes, unless anyone else has answered. Yeah, the eBay thing's so interesting, isn't it? Because it's kind of like just under you lose some money of your voucher, and then the next step up you have to pay for it. They're very clever. Let me catch up on the chat. Also, remember, James Starling have an obligation here. Their bank has imitated the scam. They need to be held accountable. Absolutely. And that's why on my videos today, I hashtag Starling Bank. I hashtag Starling in it, because will they see it? Probably not. But if I put it on TikTok as well, I never post on TikTok, by the way, but I put a little TikTok up about it as well. So hopefully it gets to them. And as I said, when the fraud department finally call me back, I'm going to actually go into a lot more detail. And I want to know how this has happened. I want to know how this has happened. How have they allowed this to happen to me? And also tell me if it's my fault. Because if it's my fault, I can accept it and I can learn from it. But I want to understand. Also, longer shot, but haven't you been working from the gym with public Wi-Fi? I haven't worked in the gym yet, but I do log in. I must admit, something I'm going to think about a lot more. I log in all the time into Wi-Fi with my phone without thinking about it. Tech has warned about doing this many a time with eBay as well, logging into random places. But yeah, with my phone, if I'm in a high street shopping, yeah, I will try and find the Wi-Fi for better signal, and I'll log in and I'll put my email address in. But again, it's all this guesswork, Tommy. And this is what I've been doing all day today. I've been asking myself, what have I done? What have I done? What have I changed recently? What have I done? What have I done? I don't know. So yeah, sadly, we're never going to know. Oh, there we go. Tommy's giving some advice as well. Maybe with fraud, they wait for you to phone them back. So maybe don't leave it too long just in case. Yeah. So as I said, I acted super quickly. The letter came through on Wednesday, and when I arrived home, I think the letter had only dropped about an hour or two after I arrived home. And I literally opened it, sitting next to Leanne, and I went, I've not opened up a Starling bank account. And I thought it was one of them things where they send you a blank card and you ring up and you say, I've not opened an account. And they said, oh, but Mr. Boulding, we think you'd really love being with Starling Bank. Come and join us. And I thought it was like a bit of a sales thing. I thought quite creative. Then I saw my name on the back and I was like, that's a bit too much. And when I called them up, my first thing was still along the lines of, oh, I think you've sent me some marketing material. I just want to make sure I haven't got an account open. They're like, yeah, we've seen accounts being opened or requested to be opened. And then it was like, whoa, then the worry kicks in. So, yeah, I think Starling have a lot to answer for with this. I watched Scam Inceptors on BBC. Yeah, all them programs. There used to be one with that Dominic Littlewood, Don't Get Done, Get Dom or something in the mornings that I used to watch. Like, I'm into all that kind of thing because I always think to myself, like, how can you stay one step ahead? And unfortunately, I haven't on this time. Hi, Si. Good to see you, mate. You've only got to be listening carefully at the dental hospital where reception asks name, date of birth. There's so many ways. I think it's Katie. Hopefully I've got that right if I can remember. There's so many ways that people can find out. Like I mentioned earlier, if you type in someone's name on Facebook, a lot of the time you can see their about information, their date of birth, etc. Because we've all done it, we've all signed up to it, shown it all. You know, you get a notification when it's your friend's birthday you don't ever speak to, but you can send them a quick message because you've got the notification on Facebook. It's so common and there's so many ways to find it out. How do you protect yourself so much where, as I said, without living in this bubble where you just don't leave the house? It's so difficult. So I was saying I had a bank account cloned, had to get 3 new cards because they kept trying. Hope you get it sorted. Well, that's the one benefit so far, Simon, that I've not lost any money, only time so far. But it's the fear of what else are they going to do next? And if one of these loans get approved, because I'm sure there's dodgy loan companies out there who will approve a loan based on name, address, and date of birth. I'm sure they're out there. And if one of them gets approved and I don't pick up on it quick enough, like, where could that lead to? Because how do they know it's not me who's opened up? Like, this is what worries me. Can't you use the PO box though, as it's not where the item is located? That's what eBay said, but other people have said there is workarounds on it. I've looked into it. I just still haven't done it. The Dark Side of Vintage documentary. I haven't watched the full documentary, but I heard about this. Covered aggressive customers, scary stuff. Do I think Vinted has any part to play in this? Personally, I don't, but other people have reached out to say this is quite convenient how you admitted you put your national insurance number on there, open to everyone. And at the time, people said, James, you're stupid. You're open now to identity fraud. And now this has happened to me. Is it just convenient? Is like, I don't know. I don't feel it is, but other people have said it's linked. Again, we don't know, do we? It's all guesswork at this time. Thrift Up, look sharp. Just popping in, say hello, Geez. Just about to head to work. Good evening. Good to see you. Thank you for popping in. Hold on. Need to go and edit shortly for today's video. As 20 subscribers from 900. Well, let's get you to 900. If you are not subscribed to Lucy's channel, please go and do it now. Let's get it to 900 before this evening. And then we can work on 1,000 for Christmas. Oh, we're talking about boxes. No worries, Lisa. I hope it helps. Just measure it. Yeah, grab a measure and just measure it. Because I've ordered some eBay bags before from them, and I thought like, oh, they're going to be perfect for clothing. They turn up and they're the small little ones. Such a waste of time. John saying it takes over your life, mate. It's a nightmare. Happened to me 7th December. It's amazing how you know the date. Happened to me on the 7th December 2022, and to be honest, it took daily calls and being a nightmare to get to all three banks to get resolution. Nightmare, but it's a life lesson. Yeah, absolutely. Probably made you think even more, John, when it comes to these kind of things as well, because it's definitely made me. I thought a lot about it, and I was really smart on it, but it's definitely making me think a lot more. I've been using poly bags, but worried they might get damaged. Yeah, I can only speak from my experience, Lisa. I've never had a problem with poly mailers, but I don't sell a lot of shoes. Is the box a better option? Absolutely. As a customer, is it better customer service using a box over a poly bag? Absolutely. Probably costs a bit more for you. But from my experience, when I've sold shoes and trainers, I've never had an issue with sending them in a poly bag. It might be worth reaching out to someone like Jammy Dodger on Instagram. James, he'll help you, and see how he ships. Or watch one of his videos. He probably shows it in there as well, how he ships. He does a lot more than me when it comes to trainers. Not a poly bag. What about conversation from tempted changing air? Oh, God. Oh, don't worry about all of that. Just ship it. Get it shipped. Other thing, James raised a formal complaint with Starling Bank. They should have a CEO complaints email address, email Tyne and Barclays twice a day. Yeah, I am going to open up a complaint. Do I expect anything to come from it? No, probably just a nice email back saying, oh, thank you for your complaint. We'll look into it. We'll do an investment. Like, nothing's going to come back from it. But I will. I think it's important because, you know, it should very much be a case of like, how? Let me understand how this is possible. And like Hunley saying there, if they have to do a video to open up an account, that worries me even more. Like, what have they used for that? So, yeah. Also, I went on Rocket Reach, found the CEO email address of Clearbank who basically owned Tide, emailed him, and the CEO called me back. Do you know what? I might jump on LinkedIn and actually find out the CEO of Starling and maybe message them on LinkedIn. I feel emails just get lost and they don't reach them straight away. I might just message on there. Let me just have a look here. Be amazed at how quick it gets resolved. What have I missed, Andy? Have I missed your comment there? I couldn't see the comment before. I must have missed something, mate. You might have to put it back in. Did you know that your eBay Pro Trader mug from eBay Open sells £25 plus post on eBay? You are kidding me. Hold on. Let's have a look. You can't be saying that, Tommy, with no sold comps. I need to see this sold. Oh, my God. Here we go. Let me share it in. Let me have a look here. So we've got two active, yeah. One of them was 70 quid. One of them for 44.99 for free. Oh, should I click on them? Let's click on it. Oh, business seller. That's what I was going to look at. Business seller. All right. If you're in the live, let me know. Business seller. Surely both business sellers. Private seller. Private seller at the eBay Open. Right, let's check solds. He's not lying. He's not fibbing. Business seller, good. All right. That will be listed up then, I'm sure. I haven't got the box. I haven't got the original box, Tommy. But what do you reckon? $19.99 just for the mug? Maybe I'll sign it, make it worth less money. Mate, that's amazed me. That's actually made my day, knowing that people are selling the Pro Trader coffee cup from the eBay Open. Someone's got it listed for 70 quid. I should read the descriptions. I just want to see if there's any funny descriptions about it. This set of free coffee mugs is perfect for any occasion. The ceramic material and 8-ounce capacity make them ideal for hot beverages, and the modern style and handle feature make them a great addition to any kitchen. This is AI. They're using AI descriptions to flog the eBay mugs. I got to rate the hustle. No hate from me. Oh, look, yeah. Limited edition. Yes. Yeah, limited edition to anyone who has a chat with eBay about the program, or like me, who goes, I'm not really interested, but can I just have a free mug? Because who doesn't want a free mug? So, yeah, AI all the way. Yes, mate, I'm going to dig mine out of the cupboard and get it listed. I think that might be my first listing this evening. No, I like it. I like having a little bit of eBay merch. Is it up on the shelf? No, I was going to put it up there. I might put it up on the shelf behind me. I like having a bit of eBay merch. Yeah, there we are. I don't know what else I've got to say tonight. It was a bit of a random live, but thank you to all the people who have messaged me so far. I've got like 6 unread messages on Instagram, by the way, during this live that I need to now go and read. People have been really supportive. Thank you for the comments so far on the video. If you haven't seen it, go and watch it. Like it, share it if you don't mind as well. If we can prevent anyone else getting scammed and feeling like I felt, it's a win. Yeah. So I've got a lot to deal with this. Fingers crossed I don't lose financially on it and I just lose time, which is still shit. But yeah, we will see what happens. And yeah, share the video if you don't mind, like it, comment on it, all the rest of the good stuff. Let's just all be a bit more aware and a bit more thoughtful, especially this time of year when it comes to things being too good to be true, and just taking a bit more care and a bit more time when thinking about things. I wish I did. I'll be honest with you. Before I go, a Low Boutique says, my son's Fortnite account got hacked and it took over a month to get it back. I spent hours and hours on it. And that's the thing. It's the time. It's the time that costs you money. Time is money. But yeah, tomorrow's a new day. I'm going to go and do some eBay photos and some eBay listings and dig out my mug, thanks to Tommy Trades. But thank you all. I'll do a live before Christmas. I promise you that. I'm going to do a tier list on Christmas movies. So I'll let you know when that's going to be. Thank you all. See you soon. And yeah, stay safe out there.